Welcome again to another episode of Drawing with Cheesecake the Cat. You know me, I'm Cheesecake. So lately we've been drawing parts for a fish tank scene. So far, we've drawn 2 sets of fish. We've also drawn a rock formation and different types of seaweed. So today we're going to put it all together and make a fish tank scene. And if that sounds like fun to you, grab something to draw with, something to draw on, and follow me. Alright, so today we're going to draw our fish tank scene, which will basically be our rock formation and our seaweed. And later, when you draw yours, you can add in your fish that we've drawn in previous lessons. So here we go. First, let's start with our rock formation. You can do this exactly like we did in our previous lesson, or you can change it. Basically, we have a flat rock balanced on a spire. So let's make a sort of oval, sort of irregular. We'll curve it and come together here in the middle. But we'll stop for the moment because we have to add our spire. So here, we're going to add in a few horizontal lines. And right here, on about the middle, we're going to put the top of our spire. And at that point, we can connect these lines to the back. Now we're going to come down, get wider as we come down, and into the gravel of our fish tank. We're going to add a few extra fun details as we go. You just want to make sort of irregular with little indents and notches. Like about so. And on this side, we're going to do the same thing. And then right about here, we'll stop. And if you'll remember, we had these rectangular shapes with rounded corners, sort of like this, one behind the other, or clustered together. This time I'm just going to put 3. I believe I put 4 in the previous lesson. Then we're going to make a slight arch inside the top of each of these rectangles, with another one underneath. And then we added just a few doodads down the sides for texture. Then we continued our rock formation down. Now in our other lesson, we connected this, but right here I'm going to put a piece of seaweed. So one of the types that we drew was sort of a wide sawtooth shape. So let's start here. We'll make the wide sawtooths getting smaller as we come up. About like that. And then in the middle we had a very wavy sort of vein. So let's just do that. And then you can put a few little doodads around the edge if you like, just to give it some shape and texture. Now here, you can do a combination of gravel and just plain curves. There's the bottom, because these are not real rocks in this fish tank. These are probably sculpted out of some kind of material. We're going to put a loose line, basically following the outer left side edge of the rock formation, sort of like so. We can even add one over here. Then we're going to get horizontal lines similar to this. They will be bent downward here and arched upward here once we get towards the middle. So let's do that. And you can usually play these off of the indentations you made, sort of like that. And then about right here, we'll kind of go more flat, and then we'll begin to arch them up as we come higher up on the rock formation. And you can add a few random doodads there, maybe a few up here. Now we had different types of seaweed. So back here, let's put the one that looks sort of like hands. Let's put some gravel. You may have noticed that the gravel I made here is made of smaller arches than I made here because it's a little bit further back. So let's make a hand with splayed fingers on something of a bent stem. This one curves this way, so the next one's going to curve this way. And the next one will curve this way. Do two more, one this way. And our last one will be something more like a closed one because it's not quite opened up and growing yet. And then inside of this shape, we're going to add some curved lines following the curve of each segment, each little hand. And we can put little C shapes on the tips of each finger, on the tips of each finger, just to indicate some sort of bump or texture. And if you run out of room, because I'm using a fat marker, I'm just going to put a dot in those areas, but make it a C shape where I'm able to. And then over here, we're going to do our other type of seaweed. And this one was something of a grassy type. So let's make a nice wavy line. Come back to the point and widen as we come down. Do another one over here. I usually do these in set groups of 3, but you can do them however you like. There's no right or wrong way to draw something from nature, even if they're plastic. A broken line sorted down the middle. And then we can put some sort of wavy line or a segment appearing in each stalk, each blade of grass, each blade of seaweed. Sometimes you can get 3 or 4, sometimes you can just get 1 or 2. Now, we'll have some rocks and some horizon line, and you could add in more of any type of seaweed that you like. Now I'm just going to put in a line of gravel and imagine that this series of waves I'm using runs behind each shape and all the way back behind this one, right on through to the back. And you could draw a nice rectangular frame to be the fish tank, or you could draw it in a circular shape if you like. We'll just do it on the paper for the simplicity's sake. Now, there might be things like some large stones. We'll do a big arch, a little bit of gravel there, maybe 1 or 2 together here, maybe 3 in a group. Some dots and doodads. You could add little things like a starfish, or let's put a little fake starfish right here. So draw sort of like a very wavy, roundy sort of 5-pointed star. We could just texture him, making little dots. Just fill the whole shape in. Whether you put the starfish in or not, that's up to you. This is again your fish tank. And some doodads. And on the bottom of this, we're going to add in some hash lines just to create sort of a shadow for the underside of this rock, since we're looking up at the bottom. And that is our fish tank scene. Remember to add in fish and a few little bubbles if you like. Good job, everyone.
Wow,
drawing drawing fish tank scenes sure is fun. Remember, when you do yours, add in your fish all over the place, as many as you like. Well, anyway, if you had fun drawing with me today, I sure hope you'll follow the Drawing with Cheesecake the Cat show. And until next time, draw, 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 and draw some more. Bye-bye.